Hey everybody, welcome back to Shade Reacts Live.
Hello.
I'm Shade. I react to stuff,
I'm Hannah. I'm a licensed therapist.
and we are going to check out a request from Hans Worsbrot. Said, thanks for the insightful reactions to Ren. Love the trilogy of Ginny and Screech. I also saw another creator made something out of that perspective of Richard, which is really cool because of the
Richard's
tales.
tale.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Richard's
yeah,
tale.
yeah.
So said it's very deep and moving. I'm sure Hannah will enjoy this performance as she is a therapist. So I'm not really sure what to take from that, but I do have it pulled up here. It's about 10 minutes long, a little bit longer for a single song. So I think what we'll do is we will not pause this one. I think we're just going to listen through and then we'll talk about what we hear afterwards and then maybe go back and dissect certain spots. But I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's check out the continuation of the tale of Ginny and Screech, inspired by Ren.
Welcome to Save the Act!
Levi, the poet X heart support.
Yeah, so the drinking started a long time ago. It's in my blood, you know. But like, actually, in my blood. My dad, well, anyway, after that night happened, it got a lot worse. I got a lot worse. I started taking it out on her.
Is it like he's talking to a therapist?
She kept on asking me where I went. And I had no idea how to answer that question. She kept on nagging me about it. Where'd you go, Richard? Richard? Where did you go?
Way before. This was a year ago, which I'm pretty sure Ren saw this. He had to have seen
That's
this.
wild.
There's a moment that hits as soon as the reel sets in. What is actually happening? It feels like the distance between you and anything collapses. I've heard people say, maybe on a day a parent died, that they felt nothing. And that's it. Nothing. That's the feeling. The space where nothing touches everything and the weight of it. The way that this 14-year-old kid suddenly wasn't. With all that is. And the air everywhere, but not in him. And the lamplight, and the knife, and the traffic in the distance, the stench of garbage,
like remembering every
the
little
scent
thing,
of
like all the
instinct,
senses.
the
Trauma.
ringing,
Yeah.
the immediate
That's how you know it's
regret,
trauma,
the
'cause the
no,
sensory
the
remembrance, yeah.
no, no, and the cold, undeniable, yes, and the weight of it. The way I tried to wish the bullets back and plug the blood in. The violence and the wholly empty, ever-present absence. The way the world went silent with him and everything stopped. I cannot seem to wash my hand enough of what could have been off of my skin. So where did I go? Nowhere. Nowhere ever since then.
Incredible.
Are there any units in the area? Please, can you respond? I was assaulted by a minor. I had no choice. I drew my gun. We have a wounded Caucasian male with 4 bullet wounds down. Please, send backup. Over and out.
Poetry's so cool, man. I don't know anything about poetry, but delivery of
Patrick.
this is amazing. Patrick.
Patrick is the name I can't get out of my head now. There's not enough alcohol in the world to drown it out. But I've been trying. Every time I close my eyes, the kid's still dying, and I've still got my grip on Y palmed tight for fear. Please, send backup. I plead, and then to Screech, I'm here. He bleeds to God. Damn it, where is the ambulance? Stay with me. Stay with me. What's your name? He whispers, Patrick? He asks it like a question. Patrick? He weeps, help me, I didn't mean to, and then he disappears. Well, I didn't either. The concrete runs red, but not us. No fight here. We are fighters until the... Goddamn. I did not mean to end this kid's fucking... Like, I just turned the corner and there's this, teenager running at me with a knife? This can't be happening. I've walked this beat for 16 years, but up until tonight, yeah, I've pulled a gun, but never emptied one into a life. So the next day, the headlines crucified the cop who killed the child. Just 14 years old, the story goes. Same age as his sister.
Story goes.
Whom I didn't yet know he had stabbed to death down the road. But he was the same age as my son was back home, who ever since then only served to remind me that they both had a father before I started drinking so heavy that night that my wife finally took he and our daughter away. The same age as I was when my mom did the same. Same.
Cycle.
Yeah.
Same. No one escapes. But I can put a bottle back, just like my old man and his. I was 6 again the night I pulled that trigger, catching fists in the flat that I grew up in, and I guess no one escapes. So I exchanged my badge for a brown paper bag, and when I remember to call my kids, I love you, I say, and no one escapes, and placate myself for abandoning them. I still walk the streets at night. These days, there's just a sway in my gait. And I cannot stop seeing Screech's face. After holding his head above the pavement, there was something about the way that his cheekbones cradled this last remaining glimpse of an unbridled innocence. It felt like innocence before the breath went out of him. Gaunt, sold, but there. And enough for anyone who might have seen it to believe that beneath the fury was a face that only wanted to know and be known. And I knew I'd seen it before. Before I started throwing stones and covering up my own. Years ago, my radio cracked, not a mile from where Jenny died, dispatching me to Paddington where some lady fought to stay alive, and this guy, this prick who I was supposed to bring in kept screaming, I didn't want to do it, and I know exactly what he meant. Oh my God! I thought, I am him, and I saw, I am Jenny and Screech and Violet. I am cuffing Stevie and chaining me to the history of my dad and my mom and what my kids could become, and no, please send backup, please. Someone respond. I just woke up to a mirror. I have no choice but to stop running from the ghosts that come to haunt me. or the hope that underneath I'll find the little boy who loved to play hide and seek beneath the sheets before he just played hide. Peeking through the holes before he completely closed his eyes, and please, send backup. Please, someone respond. I don't know how to set my demons down, but I want a hand to hold on to. I am the wounded everyman who longs through hell and help. Please, someone send backup for me. Over and out. Hi, I'm Richard. I'm an alcoholic. Yeah, so the drinking.
It's a good touch at the end.
He's starting it over again.
How you doing?
What do you think?
Did a really good job of exemplifying what
Hey,
trauma
you see this microphone?
Sorry.
Yeah, use it.
Sorry. He did a really good job of exemplifying what trauma feels like in the aftermath of it, and drinking is such a common way to numb out from all of that rush of details and things that kind of come from trauma. So it's interesting because there's actually a very specific reason why we remember details the way that we do with traumatic memories, because the brain doesn't know how to digest the. So when we have a non-traumatic memory, the details of that memory just kind of go fuzzy, and we kind of remember and we kind of don't, and was it this time or this time, you know, so it's very easy to forget those things. But with trauma, that image just stays so sharp, and he did such a good job in this monologue of how the details seem to stick with you, and then the details get traumatic in and of themselves, even if they're not, like pressing the handle of the gun or the light, right? Like there are very specific, the sound of traffic in the background, like there are very specific things that he's naming that all get kind of blended into the experience. And so I think when people experience that, they just move into a space of numb out. Also very impressed with how many of these details are actually pretty parallel with what we saw with Richard's Tale.
Yeah, that was going to be my contribution to this. Was that so we know just from some of the behind the scenes stuff that Rin has been working on Richard's Tale for quite a long time, but of course with the sickness and like having to travel to get treatment in like Mexico and in different places, that the filming and release of Richard's Tale got postponed by like a year or two, right? So regardless of the timeline, this from Levi the Poet. So shout out Levi the Poet, by the way. I said it earlier, I don't know anything about poetry. Honestly, I could have listened to that entire thing, and if it didn't say Levi the Poet, I probably wouldn't even be able to tell you it was a poem. It just sounded like a monologue. It sounded like a storytelling. My ignorance aside, it was amazing. But shout out to Levi because of that timeline of what we know to be true, and we know that it just released back in July, Richard's Tale. We know that a lot of what we just heard from Levi the Poet is exactly what Ren decided to put into motion with Richard's Tale. And what's interesting is that I'm sure this guy Levi had no idea that there was going to be a Richard's Tale, which is probably why this was even created. Like, he probably didn't even know that was in the works. And if he did, amazing. Yeah. Because we get the therapy session. We get him turning in not him turning in his badge. We get him getting his badge taken away and then getting reinstated. Like, we get all of that through the
14-year-old. He said son, but the daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like all of those things, like, that was the same age as Ginny and Screech, like, and even the phrase that he said, like his wife would ask him, "Where did you go?" I'm pretty sure that was in one of those shorts. Like, this was before Richard's Tale. So if you guys have not seen the short stories going into Richard's Tale, we have a reaction to like all 6 of them or 5 of them, however many there were. But they're also on, I think, the Rin Make Stuff channel. I don't know exactly where they are off the top of my head, but they're out there. They're on the Instagram and everything too. But those are really cool, like short stories, like 2 or 3 minute short stories. And in one of those, he's like reaching for a bottle of beer in the fridge, and like his daughter comes home and it's late and he gets mad because he knows the dangers of being out late, and like starts ripping into her. And it's a very like emotionally tense scene. And I'm pretty sure, I'd have to go back and rewatch, but I'm pretty sure the wife comes in and says, "Where did you go, Richard? Where did you go?" And I don't know if I'm just placing that in my memory because of what he said here, but I'm pretty sure she did. Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
Like really, really on the nose with, you can tell he really understands what the character Rin made was feeling. And I know we're supposed to be getting the final chapters of Richard's Tale here in December. So here in just a few weeks is when he's supposed to start releasing. Just got me really excited all over again.
Yeah. No, it's and I will say too, that little tidbit at the end when the credits came up and he said, "Hi, I'm Richard. I'm an alcoholic."
Yeah.
Also really, really cool. Just the idea of that, somebody may be able to get healing afterwards, right? That's an indicator he's going and he's trying to get help.
Well, because it sounded like in the beginning he was talking to like a therapist or something. Because it sounded like he was like telling a story to someone about, this is what I'm dealing with at home. My wife keeps asking me, where did I go? Like, here's the recount of everything. It sounded like he was talking to a therapist or somebody who's trying to help. And then, at the end, he's, I'm Richard, I'm an alcoholic. So it sounds like it's just like the progression of, healing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But what did you guys think? Have you guys seen this? I saw this video only had like 14,000 views, which seems really low for this type of content about Rin and this particular story. So if you guys haven't seen this, we're going to put a link obviously to this video in the description. I'll also link it in the top, like the pinned comment. Do me a favor, go and like click and listen to this first. Like go listen to this like and leave a comment and get this engagement up. If Rin hasn't seen this, I really hope he does, man. This is really, really cool. But obviously we're going to post it on our channel. That's why you're seeing this. So hopefully some of you guys maybe who haven't seen it get a chance to. And if you haven't, hopefully you liked it as much as we did. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Levi the Poet, man. All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.